This episode of 94 Feet with Coach JT, post game 7, back at the crib at Golden One Center. Man, do me a favor, subscribe to the podcast, leave a like in the comment section, tap in with me, let me know what you got going, chat with me while I'm on live. Check me out, man, on all the platforms: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, the AMP app as well. I do like a show on there where I can play music. You guys can listen to the tracks as well. I got some dope things, but I need y'all to subscribe to AMP and download that. It's for iPhone users, all that. Android is not on Android yet, but go on Amped and subscribe for me. Do that, and I definitely appreciate that because I can throw some music on there and not have no issues like YouTube can. I got to be smart about that part for the YouTube part. But on Amped, it's a live chat, live podcast, but I can throw music on there. We can chop it up. You can call in. You can text. I mean, you can chat as well. So do me a favor and download the app, right? AMPE, amped. All right, all iPhone users, ISO users like that. Hey, feeling generous, man. Donate to the podcast. Scan the barcode. Tap in. Appreciate you sending something my way. Closed mouth don't get fed. All funds collected, received. Definitely go back in and help me pay for these platforms. I got to pay the stream. I have to pay the certain things like that. And also, I'm trying to take this thing on the road, or actually visit some podcast conventions this summer. I'm just trying to grow the brand, the logo, the podcast, the show, and reach more people, but also get better at this myself. So again, scan the code, whatever donations, whatever you want to call it, you want to shoot my way. I appreciate you, man. If you want to help support the show, please do so. All right, it goes great. It never goes unappreciated. But yeah, let's get into this post game. Game 7 at the road. Kings go down. I mean, at home, Kings go down. We get dubbed by the Dubs. The final score is, I believe, 120-100. Game 7, man. Let's talk about it. Game 7. Hop in the chat if you want to. I got the chats open, popping. I can hear the responses. I can hear the comments. We live right now on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Something else, I think, maybe Twitch as well. So if y'all hop in the chat, I can. If you got questions, I can get back to you. Live on the air right now because this is what we're doing. Yeah, this is what it is. So Kings go down. Let's give it to you, man. Start of the game, my perspective. We jump out early, but to me it wasn't enough. Like, right, we didn't dig a big enough hole for them. We didn't capitalize enough early in transition with certain things, and to me, that is what already kind of we never rattled the Warriors. They never got rattled. They never looked desperate. It didn't, man. I think we jumped out 7-2, and I believe again, like game 6, it should have been 14 something, almost 15-6 at that point, and really give them somewhat of a hole to dig out, even though it's first quarter. But they were 2 shots away from getting back in the game at 7-2, 7-3. Wasn't over then, but guess who's come to town? That boy Steph. A lot of respect to Steph Curry, man. A 50-piece nugget tonight, as they say. What? All wings, no flats. That dude is amazing basketball player. He's an amazing teammate. He plays the game the right way, but he's a difficult shot maker from 3-point line. A lot of people, even not me, I'm just like, why is he shooting that? But those are the shots he shoots, and he makes them. And to me, today he was on full display. He's a true 3-level scorer. Steph can score from the 3-point line, from the mid-range with a floater, jumper, left-right hand runner. And again, today you saw him go to the rack and make baskets, points in the paint. Oddly enough, he missed 2 or 3 free throws the last 2 games, but it didn't even matter. On a night where Steph and Clay or Draymond always miss free throws, it doesn't matter. It doesn't come down to a free throw game. The first quarter, we go back and forth. Kings go back and forth, but I just don't think the aggressiveness to the ball, like Mike Brown said in the timeout, 50-50 balls and those rebounds were key. Shout out to Kevon Looney, man. Bro might have earned him a good bag just by doing what he's supposed to do. Rebound the basketball, finish around the rim, don't turn the ball over, score in the paint when called upon. Did a great job. 21 rebounds. What can you ask? You got to have a different mindset after they got killed last week on the boards. But I think that's due to the Kings' activity, one, but also with Sabonis in the game, it kept Kayvon Looney in the paint. And that's where we got to have that. You got to ride with your star. I know they weren't going to sit Sabonis as much like they did last game because he's in foul trouble anyway. But he had no reason to come out the paint. And that was a tough part that you had to realize. Sabonis not shooting threes like Trey Lyles. I know Alex Len didn't play none. And I felt Len actually did a decent job in there while he was in the game. He doesn't shoot threes, but he's active on the boards and he rebounds the ball at a decent clip off the bench. And he's physical. Still playing Sabonis to the right shoulder, which was a great scouting report move. Making him shoot. They backed up off him all the way to the paint. And one thing I did see that Kevon did, we let him shoot, but he didn't want to shoot. He knows that. He dribbled down, close space down, dribble handoff, pull-up jumper. Smart basketball. Didn't even look at the rim. Nope, I'm not going to shoot it. I dribble right at my man, or right at the guy who I want to get open, dribble handoff. The other guy was plugging the lane. Sabonis was backed up. Mid-range, if you don't come up fast enough, mid-range, knockdown, too late. Yeah, man, that was definitely a tough one to watch after that. Even during the first half, because I felt we should have been up way more points, and we just didn't. To me, and a couple of partners we talked offline, the energy just didn't seem there. To the do or die mentality didn't seem there from the Kings visually for me tonight. Like the hustle, diving on loose ground, the energy on a dunk. Like I said, Harrison Barnes' dunk in that game 6 to start the game was impactful. Trey Lyles going to the bucket 2 hands was impactful, like aggressive, right? Didn't see it. Didn't see it. And kind of I was worried about that. Just looking at him, it just was like, it wasn't enough because if Steph had 20 points at the halftime and we're only up 2, that wasn't enough. Because he already had 20. He was on pace, like I was telling people, he was on pace for a 40-point game. He ended up with 50. Klay Thompson was like 1 for 9 in the first half. They were only down 2 or 3 points. That Warriors third quarter was coming. They weren't going to have 2 bad third quarters in a row. Final box scores. Looney had 11 and 21. No turnovers. 4 assists. Wiggs 17-7 and 2. Curry 50 ball and 8 rebounds and 6 assists and 1 turnover. Klay 16 points, 5 boards. It was simple for him tonight. Their bench, Jordan Poole 8. He'd been terrible all series. Klay Thompson outscored the starting 5 for the Kings almost by himself. Sabonis with 22. HB again with 4 points, man. Just 14 minutes is what he couldn't play a lot of minutes in this series, though. Realistically, I don't think, unless we played small, they'll put him at the 4 position and put Trey Lyles at the 5. That's a better matchup for us, but we didn't play it enough this game. Murray started out aggressively. He had 10, no Fox 16. 19 shots for me from Fox in this game is not enough. He's the $100 million man. He got to get, let's see, Chef got up 40 shots in this game. Fox got to get up at least 35 shots as well. Fox has to put up at least 35 shots in this game to combat Steph's points. He's been doing all season, I know, but it could have been fatigue, could have been just, main thing fatigue and just, he's been carrying this for 6 games somewhat. Somebody else had to step up. But also in a game 7, your stars, your leaders got to step up. Sabonis 22 and 8. In 7, so that's almost a triple double. That's his numbers. But we needed something from Fox. Kevin Huerter again, man, 7 points, not enough. 2 for 9, not gonna get it. Wasn't enough for us tonight. Today, I'll say. Monk's 14. Sorry, Monk off the bench. We need that dub 5 tonight. And T. Davis was good with 14. That helped us out. But D Fox, man, we definitely would have welcomed a 35-point game at least. But it didn't happen for you tonight, man. But again, shouts out to the Warriors, man. They started Draymond tonight, went back, which I was kind of shocked. But they went with their veterans, and much I understand. They probably spoke about that. They vouched for each other in that aspect, so I got to respect that. But they was locked in. They did what they had to do. The ball moved well. It's a tough team to guard when you got 2 of the best shooters ever on the court at the same time. And there's out of timeouts, they run set plays. You can see that. That's evident. That's clear. The backdoor cuts, the side, the brush screen for one, and somebody goes backdoor off the action. That's set. But during the half court set, there's no set play somewhat. So it's just ball movement, cutting without the ball, knock down, take open shot, see it. If not, back cut, finish at the rim, or kick out. But they do it so fluidly. How can you even scout to defend that other than try to stay attached And one thing I would say, which I talked to my boy A in the group chat, I wish more coaches would define closeout with the left hand instead of the right hand. If I'm closing out my right hand on a left-handed shooter, which has come from here, it does me no good. I mean, it's okay, but this closeout, a left hand on a right-hand shooter on the same side, that's a lot different. That's a lot different. But man, oh man, Steph Curry again. I mean, he would make countless ones, dribble, little nudge, step back, all net. His shots, the makes, they weren't hitting nothing but net. Sidestep three, catch and shoot three. He's a total 3-level scorer. If you ever want to see one, I'll tell the kids I posted on Instagram. If you guys ever want to see the most efficient scorer, people will say Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant don't move like Steph. Steph can catch and shoot. Steph can dribble shoot. Steph can catch and shoot threes. Steph can catch and shoot, dribble shoot threes. Then tonight, you saw his layup package on full display. Bro was going to the rack, right hand finish. I'm not sure if he made a left hand layup today or not. He might have one because I saw him give somebody one of these. But dude has really elevated his game, and I would think I've watched a lot of his games since he started the career. Every year, he's added something to his bag. And when you've been in the league this long, it's crazy to see how a guy that small can still be efficient. Today, he almost shot 50, 40, 90 in a game, though. So let's see. From the field, Steph shot 20 for 38 field goal percent, right? So that's above 50%. He shot 7 for 18. Okay, that's a little bit below 50%. In free throws, he missed 2 free throws, right? So he didn't get the 90. But in one game, if you know math, if you know the basketball, 50, 40, 90 in one game with 50 points in a game 7 is unreal. So it's not even too much more to say about the game as far as that aspect goes. The intensity level, to me, again, I felt wasn't there. But Steph Curry was just amazing tonight. There was nothing you could say, do about it. He was determined to make sure his team did not go home, and it was clear. It was so clear that he just was locked in. The ball moved, catching the ball. He even was, I know at the end as the game was over, but he tried to get up in the defensive stance and play D. But he was shaking his head early on at the crowd. Even when they were down, he was never bothered. And it just showed the man, him being mature, him being a vet, him still wanting people to respect him as, I would even it's not hurt to say, but I would say, man, if he beats LeBron next series, goes on to the finals, for sure if he wins one this year and gets another finals MVP, you got to put Steph Curry in your top 3 ever. Top 3 ever. The numbers don't lie. Them 4 rings don't lie. If you get a 5th ring before LeBron do and another MVP, that's self-explanatory, man. The dude is unreal, the way he moves out the ball, the way he can catch and shoot, the way he can pass the ball, the way he can just come off a screen, the way he can, I mean, it's crazy, man. He's a total package as far as offensive end. And that's where I think also, though, to me, on the defensive end, they did not put Steph Curry in the post enough. I was saying it games 1 and 2. We win, we barely didn't do it. Games 3, 4, we didn't do it. We lost both of those. Game 5, we didn't do it. They did not make it deliberate to put Steph Curry on the block to draw fouls, though. Because if he's in foul trouble, he has to sit. It was proven fact that when he sat the bench, Kings always went on runs. At least try to get one early on him in the block, right? He'll pick up one here and there, but it was never like put him in a cross-screen action at least, so they would switch maybe. I didn't see that, which again, if that's not their game, I get it. That's why they didn't go to it. But I definitely would like to try to get him out of the game or bump him physically. They let you play more in the paint and perimeter. So if you get in the paint, he got to defend. He either got to try to bump back. He either got to come reach. And I don't think we put enough pressure on that aspect, but also the tempo today. To me, as like Brown said before, it wasn't fast enough. It just wasn't fast enough, at the time. If someone was trying to push the ball again, I'm like, no, give the guards the ball and push the pace. Push the pace. But the Warriors are who they are, man. Everybody forgets it. Not me, but it didn't seem like it was just last year because I think all the Draymond stuff, post and preseason, whatever. They just won a championship. They just won a ring. they still got the best, like that best trio, I guess you say, in the NBA together. The best 1, 2, 3 tandem is right there. They complement each other together well. That's why they are. That's why they take Draymond's stuff. That's why they hold up for his antics, because together, those three probably the best three to ever do it. Even better than Brown, Wade, and Bosh. I'm going Steph, Clay, and Draymond any day. You can play 3v3. I'm going Draymond, Clay, and Steph over Brown, Bosh, and D Wade. Sorry, because it's crazy how efficient they are in the ball movement. It's not ISO ball unless it's late in the shot clock, which Clay and Steph are capable of getting shots off 1v1 versus anybody because of their ability to shoot the ball. And again, they do it in so different ways as far as being on the court at the same time. Clay does it the total opposite of Steph. But to this last 2 games, he had to get some buckets where he dribble hard baseline, pull up jumper. It's tough, man. Kings fall, man. Dang. Season over with 100 to 120, man. A lot of respect to the Warriors, to Steve Kerr making adjustments, those guys. They are who they are. Even though it hurts me to say that, I got to respect it. I got to, as a basketball player, coach, whatever. Them boys, you can just tell. Even game 6, they knew going to game 6, they got a game 7. They knew that I got the best 2 players, best 2 shooters in the world with me on the road in game 7. Didn't have to worry a lot. And again, the way Steph came out, man, he was putting his mark on the game from the jump. They got down 7-2. He came back, bang, bang, 7-5 or 7-8. They went up 2. Steph never bothered. Dude had 20 points at the half. I told him he was going for 40. He ended up going with 50. We couldn't combat that. Just the urgency for me wasn't there enough. The aggression to the basket. And let's talk about this rebounding issue. For Sabonis to get whooped like this in the whole series, to me, he didn't take that rebounding matchup personally, though. Like, it came to a point where he should have just been face boxing out or turning boxed out and let the guards get the ball. And he didn't put out. It is some clips up there where he's just going for the ball, letting y'all play. He's not bodying, boxing out, riding Looney out the paint, time and time again. He did not put contact on him, and it hurt him because those 21 offensive rebounds led to at least 8 more second chance points. In one possession, I can see the Warriors got 3 possessions, missed them all. The 4th one, they hit a 3. Can't happen. That'll burn you every time. It'll burn you every time, man. It was tough to watch, tough to see, but and again, I think the matchups, right? Like Kevin Horter, we're trying to work with scoring, but I believe it was the defensive matchup that was hurting us. With him and Sabonis on the court at the same time, Warriors got 2 guys they can attack, or put them in a pick and roll and then ask for help. So if Monk comes off and help, that means another score is available. That's what burned us time and time again. I still would have liked to play smaller with Davion and Davis and Trey Lyles and Monk or Barnes or Keegan more this series. I think that was our key, like in game 6, to play smaller. The guards rebound down, or you know what I'm saying, box out, rebound down. Lyles takes care of whoever by himself and just box out. And then we push, but also set that early pick and roll, which they were doing to create. We had no driving lanes tonight. We did not have driving lanes tonight. We did not attack the rim with the same intensity, aggressiveness as we did in game 6. It was so clear for me to see. No questioning that. There was no debate. We were not as aggressive, and I'm not sure why. But again, it could have been the fatigue for our guys too. Young Bucks, it could have been drilling. It probably just that first quarter, first half. That third quarter, we may have been shot. I don't know. But I know the Warriors shot the hell out of the basketball, or Steph Curry did for this game. Again, I tell everybody he almost had a 50, 40, 90 game in one playoff game. Not a season. The season's hard enough anyway, though. But in one playoff game, that is bananas. So I definitely got to give shout outs to and love to Steph, man, because that was just, man, I'd rather be with him than against him, because boy, oh boy, that dude was on fire and make it look easy, but he shot some tough shots. I give credit to those defenders, those guys. The team trying to guard that, it's hard to guard somebody like that. I made my living guarding guys like that in high school and in college. And now with guys shooting the ball more efficiently, or the ball moves like that team, that's just tough, man. One wrong move, one wrong not show from a big, if nobody doesn't pull or jump switch, He just step back three, side step three, hezzy pull up runner, hezzy pull up cross to the bucket. There's nothing you could do with Steph, man. Again, players beat 3-level scores, 3-point line, mid range, and layup package, bro. 3-level scores, you're gonna be tough to beat. You're gonna be tough to guard, man. Tough to scout and learn to move it out the basketball. Learn to move out the basketball, man. Steph and Clay do that very well. They complement each other and learn to share the ball, and movement is key. Kings go down 100 to 120 at home, game 7. This definitely is a tough one, but again, realizing that they are the defending champs. Not 2 years ago, not 3 years. They just won it last year in Boston, I believe, on the road. Yeah, mad respect, man. Bad respect for those boys. It is what it is. Gotta tip your hat. Like I felt it's gonna take a big game from Steph for us to lose, and it did, and then we couldn't combat that. We only had one guy with 20 points, 22 from Sabonis. Everybody else had under 16, I believe. We needed a big game from Fox, or if Monk could have gave us a 35 spot to help that, like Monk gave us 35, Sabonis gave us 20, we get to that 50. Cool. Didn't get that from Monk, so didn't get that from Fox. So it was tough on us, man. Now it's gonna be interesting to see what we do, man. Like I said, I'm not sure Harrison Barnes is gonna be up. I think this year, or is he out one more year left? He can opt out or something. I'm not sure, but we definitely have to get more athletic and younger at that position. And we're gonna see how long if the Kings work on, just build what they do with Davion Mitchell and Terrence Davis going forward. Just whenever I know the contract situation, I don't know about that yet, but it's gonna be interesting to see because as we see, the NBA is a small ball, so and teams are gonna take what the Warriors did to Sabonis, how they attacked Horter. They're gonna take notes on that. You can guarantee that for sure because Kev got to get better defensively, man. He's a liability out here this whole series, and it showed. And Sabonis, you got to use my right hand, my man. I got to better see I'm a left-handed player. You got to better go left, drop step, right, jump hook, up under right hand, something at the basket, at the rim with the right hand, because you have to work and bang so much to get that left hand jump hook off. It just, to me, some of them were live ball turnovers. Kings only finished with 8 turnovers today, so we didn't get beaten that ass. Didn't lose that by 1. I mean, Warriors had maybe 7, or we had 9. They had 8. That's close, but it's just the Steph Curry show. That's a tough one for me to watch, but it was great as a basketball player, a lover of the game. But gee, golly, I don't know what to say. The dude was just unreal. But again, that's what he's been doing for the last few years. Definitely last few years, but he's been a great shooter his whole life. And he built like that. He knows what his job is. He knows what he's supposed to do, and you could tell tonight he was confident in that. And I hate it was against my team, but I respect it as a basketball player because that dude was awesome. It was awesome, man. I love to Steph Curry. Being who you are. As they say, well, he's him. He showed that tonight, and he came to the crib and just made it shoot. Whipped up, went to the kitchen, VIP treatment, whipped up whatever he wanted, and came out with the full course meal for everybody in Sacramento tonight. So I know all these Warrior fans here, away, whatever, man, they gonna say what they gotta say. But yeah, Steph did it for y'all tonight. We just hopefully we gain some respect from everybody, and we keep this thing rocking because you can only imagine it's up from here, man. Just hold us together, man. The expectations gonna be there. Can the Kings come back and get better? Can they improve? Can they play more solid? Can we add any pieces? Who knows? I'm not sure. It'd be exciting to see if we can add something that we feel is going to help us get back here or get to the second round now. It's okay to get to the dance and get in. Now you're going to participate a little longer. You don't want to have to go home early. You don't want mama calling you, telling you to come in the house, the street lights on early. We want to better stay at the party a while and eventually shut it down and win one. And win a big one. But I think we're on the right track. Again, shout out to Coach Brown, Sabonis, Mike Brown, Sabonis, Fox, just everybody, man. The buzz the last week and a half, 2 weeks in the city was definitely dope. Brought value, brought money, brought income to the city. Businesses made money. City made money. People who selling merchandise, shirts, whatever, made money. Playoffs are good for your city. Good for the economy in the city. So definitely appreciate that from the Kings, man. And let's keep working, man. Let's get better. Let's grind. I'm excited for what's next. If you didn't I wasn't in the building. I wasn't there tonight today. But if I can tell, if you want to experience a energetic crowd, a arena, come to Golden One, everybody. Come see, come really hear and feel it, what it's like no other. And again, hope the people stay after the game, clap it up for the guys as they came out. If they stayed, if they waited for them. If not, I'm not sure, but they've earned that. Mad love to all the Kings players, coaching staff, everybody in the organization right now. It's been a long time, man. It's been a long time. To me, this felt like at least a Western Conference final matchup. Really, it didn't feel like a first round matchup at all. It didn't. It was a lot of hype. We made the national news, as they say, whatever. Right? We finally got there again, but it definitely was dope. It felt like a Western Conference Finals matchup at the least. And big time players make big time plays. And man, like I said, Steph was that dude. Steph, 50 points, man. That hurts, but it took that effort, and he did it. He came out swinging, man. He didn't miss. The fella didn't miss, and he put the team on his back. Mad respect, bro. So this is the last Kings wrap up, but definitely tune in. Gonna get some more stuff on the Kings pre-summertime, summer league, draft. I don't know where we at with all that draft stuff yet, but I'm gonna expand this horizon on the Kings. Check me out again on that AMP app, man, where we can play the music, chop it up with me, whatever you want to do, play the tracks. I'm gonna have a couple of my own little verses on there if I can, as well. Certain days, throw some stuff out there, but I need y'all to follow, man. But again, if you want to, you feel like you want to donate to the show, hit the Cash App, donate something to the Cash App. It goes to the streaming platforms. It goes to the gear I'm buying, as far as like the accessories, the phone accessories, the microphones for the wireless mics, these lights that's in the room right now, man. I'm trying to build this platform, take it up a notch. Be on the lookout for my online store and website. Online store and website coming soon. Revamped, right? That's coming up. So hopefully drop that within a few weeks so you can buy some merch. Got new merch out and stuff like that. So just tap in. Shout out to all the high school, college graduates, whoever's graduating coming up. It's May, man. I know it's May month. Shout out to all the HBCUs graduating, man. All the colleges, man. Go enjoy your days. Be safe out there. All the kids, be safe at these grad parties everywhere. But yeah, man, it was a great season for the 2022-23 Kings. I enjoyed every moment of it. Definitely enjoyed the playoff run. And definitely want to see more from them, man. It's gonna be expected, man. We set the bar high. Tomorrow got an episode, early morning episode, man, 9:30. Tap in with your boy. Got Coach Brittany from the Bay, man, coming out, man. I'm on live, so we're gonna tap in the morning, man. 94 feet with Coach JT, Sack Kings, man. I'm still feeling like the beam, man. Mad love for my city. We out. Peace.